forum provides a unique opportunity to discuss groundbreaking research and share transformative ideas and forge partnerships. So you're all here for collaborations and partnerships, and that's how we do the networking in the conferences. Today, over the course of conference, we'll engage with several keynote speakers, distinguished speakers, panel discussions, and talks. And the conference has also arranged the kind of industry experts who are being improved technology, bringing into science. These sessions are designed to challenge conventional thinking and inspire creativity. So without further ado, I now invite Devashri, PhD student of Department of Zoology, to take over. Thank you. A very good morning, everybody. I am Devashri Das, and I am working as a PhD student under the supervision of Professor Ganeshwar Chaube. I'll be your host for the morning. So before we commence any official event in BHU, we offer floral tribute to our founder, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji. And before that, I would request Ritika and Shruti to welcome our honorable guests on the behalf of the organizing committee, whose distinguished presence and graces this event with honor and inspiration. Professor Sukh Mahendra Singh, Dean of Students. Presiding head of the department or Department of Zoology, Professor M. Singaravu sir. Dr. Prashant Survijhala, founder of BioFlues and Associate Professor of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Professor Satish Kumar, President of ADNAT. Dr. G.K. Goswami, Director of UPSIS, that is Uttar Pradesh State Institute of Forensic Sciences. And Professor B.V. Sharma, Director of Anthropological Survey of India. Thank you so much, Ritika and Jyoti. Honorable guests, please step up on the stage and light the diyas and offer floral tribute to Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji as a homage. Yes, please. Our organizers, Aditya and Shruti, is aiding in this event. Thank you everybody for making this morning more blissful and auspicious. So keeping the traditions alive, my friends and colleagues will now perform the Kulgeet, written by the famous Indian chemist and a former professor in the Department of Chemistry, Professor Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, and composed by another professor of BHU, Pandit Omkar Nath Thakur. This is a beautiful poem which is customarily recited before any official event in the university. So we have on stage Tanvi, Olivia, Sagar, Abhijit, and myself Debushriti to perform this Kulgeet. It is an earnest request to do not to clap afterwards. so much for joining me for reciting the Kulgi. Moving on, I would like to introduce Dr. Prashant Surpachala with immense pleasure. He is not only the founder of BioBlues, but also acts as the associate professor at Amrita Vidyapeetham. The BioBlues was founded in the year 2005 with a relatively small group of members, which now caters to over 4,600 members from across 30 countries. Apart from this role, he is an associate editor of Frontiers in Genetics, System Biology, Bioprotocol, Biomolecules, and BMC Medical Genomics. He strongly advocates open access and open science. Over to you, sir. Please enlighten us with your organization and the conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, for the great one. Namashwaya. This has been a wonderful place as we celebrate Sentinels of Science. Science needs no boundaries. That was how Bioinformatics Club for Experimenting Scientists was founded way back in 2005. And as we celebrate 20 years of inception, this has been a kind of an incredible opportunity for us under the aegis of Gyan Lab, Cytogenetics Department of Zoology, Banaras University. So this exceptionally great honor in having this Geo conference in ADNAT together. Most essentially, as we celebrate the Ode of Largest Sin, this has been a powerful atmosphere. Dear revered delegates, this year has been truly incredible for two reasons. One is the first 5 Nobel Prizes that have been won, right from physiology or medicine, physics, chemistry, the peace and the literature, have had one common entity, that is the data science. And if I can be brute honest, or if I can be a bit selfish, there is something what we call it as bioinformatics embedded, even with literature prize and as well as a peace prize. So that has been a kind of an amazing thing with the first 5 Nobel Prizes this year, right from Gary's and Victor Ambros discovered microRNA, to Hinton's, to Baker's structural biology, or to the Kang's literature, for the Nobel Prize, from Korea, or even the Hidanki organization where they advocated the data science, when many people were dying from this holocaust of the hydrogen bomb. So what we have done over the years is we work on 4 avenues: the mentoring, outreach, research, and entrepreneurship. So with over 9,500 members, where we placed over 4,000 members across these 30 countries, we take immense pride in ensuring that the students are given a truly inspiring atmosphere where they are mentored right from the beginning. If they are asked to write a manuscript, how to be placed, how to be all those kind of things, that is what we have been doing over the last 20 years. Since this conference is I've had a great opportunity in having been here a couple of times. I just earnestly request everyone to ensure that you ask the unasked questions, interact with the people. Be that selfish in ensuring that we educate open science and open access, and ensure that we all bring the wonderful scientific camaraderie together. That's what I probably request. Our only selfish thing here is that we have wonderful black chocolates or dark chocolates kept in our BioCru store just outside this. If you feel that you need that, please have that. The selfish reason being here is Nobel laureates have black chocolates or dark chocolates often, and we at BioCrus are a bit selfish that we in India need to have at least a couple of Nobel awardees from India working in India in the next 5 years. I hope you'll have a scintillating experience here. Thank you so much. And then finally, when we say Gyaneshwar, Gyan is knowledge, Ishwar is the abode of Lord Shiva. So we have a wonderful personality in the form of Gyaneshwar in Cytogenetics Lab here. Let's give a big thumping round of applause to them. And we have wonderful awardees Lifetime Achievement Awardees, the World Awardees, the Travel Awardees, Largest Seal Awardees, and other things. And also celebrating the Sentinels of Science. Can I request everyone to give them a kind of a standing ovation for them for the celebration of science, please? And also to the Nobel laureates. Thank you so much for this great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prakash sir, for setting the tone for this conference. Moving on, I would like to invite our next honored delegate, Professor Satish Kumar, who is the president of ADNAT. His long-standing connection with animals since childhood drove him to continue research with farm animals, delving into their population genetics and domestication. He is credited with the establishment and usage of gene targeting technology for the first time in India, leading to the demonstration of essential requirement of casein in lactation and the discovery of WDR13 gene function. Satish sir, please take the dais and share the vision of ADNAT and this conference with the attendees. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, friends. At the outset, let me start thanking the BHU, the Administration, Vice Chancellor, Director Institute of Science, Zoology Department, Deans, and particularly our beloved friend, young friend, Dr. Ganeshwar Chaube, and his lab members. This is the second time we are being hosted by this department at this university. It's a wonderful experience to be here. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I'll take a few minutes just to refresh my memories, because once you get old, then I think memories are something part of the life, important part of life. Association for DNA fingerprinting and other DNA technologies was established in the year 1993, really the visionary two great minds, Professor P.M. Bhargava and Dr. Lalji Singh. And the reason for establishing this association immediate reason was that they wanted to organize DNA fingerprinting international meeting. That was, I think, the third international meeting where Alec Jeffrey came there. That was the beginning of it. Now, this association, as the name itself indicates, is not discipline oriented, because most of the scientific organizations, they are based and they specialize in a particular field of physiology or genetics or whatever. This was something encompassing technologies, and it's very apt that this year the theme is with bioinformatics. That's something that the DNA technologies and bioinformatics, and without bioinformatics, I don't think DNA technologies would have made sense altogether. I don't think I should be lecturing this audience on the science of it, but that's one distinction of this association that we have been celebrating for the last more than 30 years. The major objective of our association was to begin with that there were not many centers in the country where these technologies were available, expertise was there, so we emphasized in organizing training courses since very inception under Dr. Lalji Singh's leadership, and incidentally, I was associated as one of the founder members of the association, and since then I've been associated with the organization. Now, with the time, now it may sound trivial, but then there were not many laboratories in the country where you could isolate DNA, and in fact, one of the sort of practical experience used to be in the initial workshops of teaching people, and many times middle-aged faculty members how to initiate them in molecular biology. And it's really pleasing for us that this association participated in the efforts in popularizing and in making these technologies available in the country. And of course, now it's fantastic, and India as a country and Indian science is contributing internationally. Now, this is about our association. Then we have, as the previous speaker informed, that we instituted Dr. Lalji Singh Memorial Award. there will be a ceremony tomorrow, and there will be a speaker tomorrow, awardee. Then Dr. Ganeshwar Chaubey introduced, this was his initiative from the last meeting, that was some travel, this registration, pre-registration, in the name of our founder president, Dr. Bhargava, and beautifully he also, Dr. Chaubey introduced this care, that is something that you can give grant to delegates who have small children to help them to attend the workshop, and that award is also available. And this morning we have a deep discussion that we are going to have one more award for social impact, the social impacts of these DNA technologies. And when we mean DNA, it's encompassing not only DNA but all associated fields, but the emphasis is on the technology. So with these words, I again thank you and encourage the younger colleagues to become members of the association, and you can contact Professor Chaubey. He happens to be our current General Secretary as well of the association. So thank you very much, and it's really a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to listen to the quality science. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful conference.
Thank you, Professor Satish Kumar, for encouraging our enthusiastic participants and sharing your views about the conference and the organization. Next, we have among us a polymath, a distinguished polymath, and a senior law enforcement officer, Dr. G.K. Goswami, who is the director of Uttar Pradesh State Institute of Forensic Sciences. He joined the Indian Police Service (IPS) in 1997 and has since made monumental contributions to the law of forensics and justice. Currently, he is serving as the founding director of UPSIS Lucknow and holds the rank of Additional Director General of Police. Dr. Goswami's academic journey is as illustrious as his professional career. He acquired postgraduate, LLM, PhD, double PhD, one in medicinal chemistry and another in law, then a postdoctoral degree in forensic sciences and law. He has been awarded with the Fulbright Nehru Academic and Professional Fellowship as Flex Awardee by the Cornell Law School, Ithaca, New York, on the Global Legal Challenge, Wrongful Convictions and Innocence Claims. Earlier, he has served as the Chief of Anti-Terror Squad, ATS, of the state of Uttar Pradesh. He has also served for more than 7 years on deputation to the Government of India in various capacities in the prestigious Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI. In foreign deputation, he served as an expert in organized crimes in the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, UNODC. In 2024, Dr. Goswami has been nominated as a member of the Academic Council of Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. In 2022, he has been awarded prestigious Kumarappa Reckless Award by the Indian Society of Criminology. His list of accolades is numerous, and it's impossible to list everything in this short introduction. Sir, please take the stage and address the attendees.
Namaskar. Namaskar. It's my proud privilege to be before you. I have great association with this august institution. I think it is pride for any Indian to know more and more about BHU, because to the best of my understanding and knowledge, BHU has made a great significance, great contribution in different segment of education in India. This institute is very, very close to my heart, because I got my second life when I served here as SPCT long back in 1998, and then I was as SP also here when that explosion took place, and landed here in the night, and when I was SPCT, we met very bad encounter in Mirzapur. I was young SPCT, so we were got all injured. Although we killed all the criminals, but in the exchange of fire, we almost all team got injured very badly. And luckily, the doctors here, they saved all of us. So I had that kind of association with this institute as well. These days, although professionally I am a police officer, but now turned at learning more and more about academia and academics. So if something I say wrong, please forgive me, because I am a learner. Because I am looking after forensics, and forensics is my love and passion. So I want to give you a different kind of perspective how forensic science can be a very important tool. And generally I say that forensic science is like a, in Hindi if I say, it is a Kunba science. Kunba means that the various discipline can be introduced into one domain. So it is the era, and rightly it is mentioned, that integrated different branches of science. And not only science, I think it is the time there is no distinction between science or social science. I think without serving society, no science can do its purpose. So I think it is time for integration. It is time to reunite, whether it is the human face or it is science or any field. So this is the era of integration. With this, not making much of time, I will divide my talk briefly for the forensic science to give a perspective which I generally carry. One is the scope, how forensic science can be expanded and what kind of job opportunity or career prospects one has. Then the second is the challenge, and third are how to mitigate those challenges. So scope is enormous, and especially you must be aware that very recently Government of India has introduced 3 criminal laws. We have replaced the old legacy of British era. We have replaced Indian Penal Code. We have replaced CRPC. We have replaced Indian Evidence Act of 1872, and now it is completely Indianized. Now the focus of our criminal law has shifted from punishment to justice. This is the era of integrating justice with the society, and that is how we can bring transparency and good governance into our society and country. So the beauty of this new law, one section, that is section 176(3) of BNSS, earlier it was called CRPC, it has brought very good avenue for the youngsters like you sitting here, many of you. Now in heinous crime, particularly those crime where punishment is either 7 years or more, now the forensic investigation is made compulsory. This is a very, very important, transformation. Earlier police had choice whether they conduct DNA, they conduct fingerprint or not, that was their choice. Now it is mandatory. Hence, the scope of youngsters entering into this field is enormous. Second point, that people will say that now at present itself we are having sort of our resources both in terms of man and material. But I strongly support and advocate that we should think of bringing PPP model into this, and that is very important. Another point which I want to make here, because time is short, it is the time to think. We have things like platform as a service. You must have heard platform as a service. We have heard software as a service. This is the time, let us make forensic as a service fast. What is the purpose? Why I am saying you this? Now and think that forensic science is not limited only to the criminal courts. Forensic science is a vision. Forensic science is basically to exhibit, to explore, to discover truth. And truth brings transparency. Transparency brings faith, and faith brings happiness in the society. So this is the trajectory how forensic science can transform the society. It is the era, it is the age of forensics, Understand it. Don't think that forensic science is only limited to the criminal court. And many of you, and I think most of you, can contribute in a very different manner in this field. So I think you should expand your wing. It is the time to spread the wings of science and integrate into different disciplines. It is the interdisciplinary approach we should think over. In forensic science, the scope is enormous. And I just say many of you might be working on the latest technologies like artificial intelligence, then ML, then emerging technology and whatnot. I think you should think that how you can become entrepreneur. Don't think and limit yourself to serve somebody. I'm not against to serve somebody, but think beyond that. There are a lot of opportunity for startups. And startups, can you think that we are starting startups even for law? And I tell you one important point, you can ponder upon that. These days there is a dearth of experts in legal field. And can you imagine that one expert in country like ours, for one day they are charging 1 lakh rupees for one date. And I tell you, I hope you will believe me, that one of our experts right from here in our country, he just very recently charged 1 crore of rupees in one arbitration case, which was of the tune of rupees 67,000 crores. I repeat, the amount in arbitration was to the tune of rupees 67,000 crores. And he charged as a document expert rupees 1 crore for single appearance in the arbitration in London. So think those things. And you all have that kind of opportunity. Don't contain yourself only in ethyl propyl type of research. Just changing the alpha position to beta position and all. Think research in those terms, how your research is serving people. Generally, I take a lot of interviews in various commissions and all. They say, sir, we have 40 articles, we have 30 articles. One thing I tell you with my own experience, because apart from police, since last 10, 15 years, I am attending a lot of commissions and all. Nobody is going to ask you what you are doing in research in your laboratory. There is hardly one expert in the panel, even if it is an expert related. There are 3 or 4 members there have no business with your science. They generally ask the application part. Normally you prepare a lot of things inside. ये ना पूछ ले, वो ना पूछ ले, कोई नहीं पूछेगा. क्योंकि जो आप जानते हो वो नहीं जानते, और वो कभी नहीं पूछेगा जो आप जानते. Think in that. So every time when you go to any interview, consider that if somebody asks that what is the application of your research into the society, if you can answer this very positively, then chances of your selection is very high. One way or other, this question will definitely be asked in one form or other. So be prepared to the generalist questions, right? So there are so many things to tell, but I am really grateful. Although we have conducted our one of our conference just finished last night only, and Dr. Madhusudan Reddy and many great scientists sitting here were witnessing that. Dr. Neeraj is here and many more. But because I had very great affection and love with this city, and of course Dr. Gyanendra ji is very, very closely known to me, although we met first time probably this time, but we had good association and exchange of thoughts and all. So with this, I sincerely pay my regards to all of you. You are a great scientist. I am just a like beginner in front of you. But whatever I said with my own experience, this is the time I think we should come together, close our hands, and then we can change. Because I tell you with my own experience, fortunately for various reasons I had seen across globe, our country has huge potential. I tell you with this, and it's not boasting. I generally do not like boasting. There are so many deficiencies in our culture, our Indians and all. But as scientists, we have a lot of potential, but we have to give them proper shape. And I tell you this is a big thing. We can discuss it more that this pass is going to change the whole entire scenario. जैसे हमारे देश ने टेक्नोलॉजी में, खास करके कंप्यूटर टेक्नोलॉजी में क्रांति लाए, ये टेक्नोलॉजी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन टेक्नोलॉजी हो सकती है अगर हम इसको ठीक ढंग से एक्सप्लोर करें, एक्सप्लॉइट करें और हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए अगर इसका यूज करें। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you, sir, for your humble and brilliant presence and introducing the sub-theme of forensic sciences of this conference before our participants and guests for the morning. Thank you for introducing the concept of transformation of punishment to justice and the enormous hopes that the youngsters have in this field. Now,